Yo, what's up, guys? Your main man here, Jay Danny from Criptonx Studios. Welcome to the Creative Joint. So in case this is your first time of joining us, this is a show where different creatives from different creative spectrum come to share their successes, inspiration, their feels, their passion, and generally what they've been about in the industry. This is where you get to catch your top celebs, ranging from actors, record producers, filmmakers, and the list goes on and on. And in today's episode, I have an incredible and super talented filmmaker. He is one of the best in the industry, I must say. And, he's not just any creative that is coming on the show today. He's someone that I would like to call a shareholder here at Criptonx Studios, because when we first started out, this is someone that, used to come around and do so much with us, training our personnel. And also, he has his signature, we'll call it, in most of our projects, So I'm talking of none other than an award-winning filmmaker and a colorist. He has also imprinted his signature on most of the projects you must have been seeing on air, as a music video producer, as a filmmaker. Generally, most of the films that you must have been watching in Nollywood, this guy has a signage on it. I'm talking of none other than my homeboy, Kelvin Silver. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much.
All right. And good to see you, man. Handshake is in order, man. Handshake is in order. So I see you're blushing, but there's a lot going on that, you've been really, really busy with lately in the industry.
Yeah.
So we know you as CDB, like most of the project people see, and they see feel by CDB.
Yes.
So how did the name come about, CDB?
Okay, so the name CDB came from my sleep.
Okay.
Yes, as funny as it may sound, yes, it came from my sleep. Actually used to be Cleroy.
Okay.
Yeah, Cleroy.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, I had a few people back then in town that wanted to replicate my name. I had some people answering Roy, this Roy, that one, and all that. And just to differentiate mine from others, I just added the boss. So that's why you have Cleroy the boss. That's why you have the CDB.
CDB.
Yes, a few people could not pronounce the long Cleroy the boss.
Yeah. I
just had to bring it down to CDB.
Okay.
Yes. Then the fueling means, adding salt and pepper. Add that your little spice to a particular project. So that's where the fueled by CDB came.
I think that's amazing and also funky. Of course, you're a funky guy.
Of course.
So welcome to the show officially again.
Thank you very
much. We're glad
much
to have you in the studio. And so how did you venture into becoming a filmmaker and, of course, doing some incredible things that you're doing already in the industry? Were you born a filmmaker?
Well, I wouldn't say I was born a filmmaker, but there are some talents that marries you. You understand? That's when you understand, that, okay, this thing, I think I was actually called for this thing. So, I think my dad fueled it, when I was a bit younger, because I was exposed to computer at a very tender age. Yes, I was 12 years.
Wow.
When I started operating computer. My dad had a system in the house. He was a banker and all that. And after that, he now bought one of these negative cameras, those manual cameras then, and just for house purposes. And I had the opportunity to findle, to play around, to understand what it means to take a picture, exposure, all those kind of things. And that was how it started. That was how my love for taking pictures started, my love for the whole camera thingy. Yes, I started making little money while I was at secondary school from that camera.
Wow.
In case he's watching this, he might not know about that part.
Okay.
Yeah, but shout out to my dad.
Yes, he was a strong pillar that started his own.
He was.
Okay, incredible, because I know that most creative actually that come on the show, you hear people that say something like, okay, maybe I never planned for this. It was something that found me, So I think it's the same story here.
Yeah,
which is hugely incredible.
When they would tell you, I started singing since I was a kid.
Yeah, well, most of them are actually not very wrong, and most of them are it's like an exaggeration.
Yeah, but they forget that at some point somebody had to guide you.
True.
Yes,
true that, of course.
But ours was different. Trust me, ours was different, because as at then, come on, what we only had access to was floppy disks.
Yeah.
If you know what floppy disks mean.
Of course.
Diskettes, yeah. So you could not get lots of information like now.
Yeah.
So even if we had to go to the cyber cafe, it was just basic files that
Yeah.
we could copy out into like the Microsoft Word,
Yeah.
take it to the house, put it back in our system. I think the highest floppy disk back then was like 2 MB, 2 megabytes.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't so much then.
Yeah, so it was extremely difficult when we started. And seeing the emergence of a lot of things right now
And technology.
technology is, I believe there's a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot in this business.
Okay, amazing. So let's go into the project you've been creating. Of course, I won't possibly be able to count, which I know you won't. You have numerous projects that you've actually append your signature to, proudly so, and we're very proud about you for that.
Thank you.
Can you take us through your creative process? Say, for instance, if you're setting out to create or direct a project, maybe a music video or a film,
Okay.
can you take us through your creative process? So how does it work?
Okay, so I would add a few things right now because I believe somebody out there might want to learn one or two.
Sure,
things, right?
that's what the show is about.
So when we started, it used to be this rigorous process because as at then we needed to prove a point.
Yeah.
When I started, yeah. So when you want to shoot, we can shoot from morning till night, from night to morning, just for music videos.
Yeah.
You understand? Whereas artists might just get exhausted, but just because you want to be on the safe side, you might take some of these shots over and over and over.
That you might not even use
that
most
you
of
might
the
not
clips.
use. Yeah. So along the line, all those things had changed, and we had to understand that. Look, most of these artists, they don't have this time.
Yeah.
They don't have that time at all. Most of the times they have just 4 hours for you to work, right? So the experience we've been able to gain from the process of taking these shots over and over and over again helped us to now streamline most of our work process.
Yeah.
So before, let's say an artist comes to you and says, okay, I want to shoot a video, for example. You bring out a storyboard and you explain, this is what I want to get.
Yeah.
From your storyboard, you should be able to map out your shots, your scenes, and all that.
Yeah.
Before you know it, once you focus on everything you have on your storyboard, the little 1 or 2 hours that you have, you might just experiment with any other thing.
Yeah.
Right. I think the highest I take to shoot a video right now is 4 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Right. Yes. Except there's a delay from, let's say, the makeup, the making their hair, all those kind of stuff. That's always a delay that I
Yeah,
have.
of course, that's usually what takes time.
Yes,
course.
but my team understands when I pass a message.
Yeah.
This is what we're taking, 1, 2, 3, 4. So while I'm doing this one, they're already prepping for the next one.
Yeah.
Just like it. So that's how it works. Then when I came back to Lagos, I had to go through the tutelage of one renowned movie maker and film director. His name is Akin Alabi, right?
Okay.
So I just wanted to know, what's the process? What's your speed process? That was why I went to him.
Yeah.
Because I knew, look, if you really want to make it in this town, there has to be some element of speed in whatever you're doing.
True.
Most times you have to do like 2 to 3 projects in a day.
Yeah.
So when I went in, we did a personal class. I paid. Yes, I paid, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
mentorship is not cheap, of course.
I paid. And yes, you might see this video because I'll post it. I paid. I
Yeah.
paid Akin Alabi.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know he's proud of me, right?
Definitely.
So, yes, that class didn't last for more than 30 minutes. As funny may sound, because yes, I wasn't an amateur. I already knew what I wanted. So I just felt, show me this. And as soon as I got that knowledge, I had to now infuse that into what I was doing, whilst I added my own talent to what I was doing.
Yeah.
And that's how I prep and that's how I push every of my production.
So I think let's get to the specifics. That's amazing knowing the processes and all that comes together, for a process to be formed. But let me hit it straight to the point. Say, for instance, you are to direct a music video.
Okay.
Can you, in few words, just tell us the process you go through in creating a music video?
Okay.
In brief and a couple of words, just from point one, point B,
Okay.
point C.
So point one is the artist should send the song across first. So most times you can ask this artist if they have something in mind before they sang that song. Most of them do,
Yeah.
right? So you can now work on bringing what they had in mind when they were writing that
That's
song.
talking about the pictorial representation of what
yes,
okay,
you
they're expecting.
can now choose to work with them and tell them what's feasible. So if it's not going to work, can explain to them that, okay, this thing might be difficult. Yeah, I understand your imagination, but I think this other one might work better. Right. So when you listen to the lyrics of the song, now there's a site. I don't actually have the website right now, but it can give you inspirations
for
storyboards and all that, right? So those are like our go-to tools right now. So once you're able to create those inspirations, it's easier to explain to the artist that, okay, in this scene, this is what I want you to wear. This is how my light is going to be. This is how my movements might be.
And your location and all that.
Yes, and all that. So once you create all those timeline and you have a producer that can explain these things easily to the artist, that's just the process. So once you have that done, the artist is cool with it. You fix a shooting day, go and check your gears, meet your location and all that, and you film. That's it.
That's amazing to know. Of course, because I know most of you watching out there, you might think, of course, for you to see a super duper music video, that is just something you grab the camera and all right,
run and go on.
So it doesn't just work like that. It's not just like a gun. You grab the gun and you shoot. All right. So it's amazing to know. So amongst the numerous projects that you've been a part of, either as a director, either as a producer, either as a colorist, or you're editing. Which of them specifically would you say is the most challenging? One, and two would be the most appealing that you were very excited about.
Okay. So I think the first one is Lost Number. I think Lost Number is a film.
Okay.
It was done in 2013 in Port Harcourt. Yes. So the guy that shot the film, his name is John Dems. He's one of these Hollywood cinematographers, right?
Wow.
So he came through. And they called me. I was still in Port Harcourt then.
That's been a while.
Yes. They called me and said, okay, they wanted this project to be a world standard, because obviously this John Dems is not like it's not child's play.
It's not.
So if you've seen the movie Fat Girls, and some major Hollywood, he was the one that shot it.
Wow.
So I wasn't scared. It was an honor. Right,
of course, a big opportunity that you've been wanting.
Exactly, trying to work with this man. So at first, the man was skeptical, because after the shot he went back. So they now told him, okay, they have an editor here that was going to edit. He was like, okay. So when I did the first cut, did the grade, I had to speak with him, or he spoke to them to tell me that this is good. You understand? That alone was like my major motivation. Right. That alone was my major motivation. That yes, somebody went to a film school. And did his years in a film school. The person is telling somebody that has never been to any film school that, look, what you did was great. So after that scenario, we they had to transition a bit, right? Because that project, I really didn't know what happened. Yes, it hit the cinemas in Port Harcourt. It made lots and lots of wave, and it won awards in the US. Lots of awards in the US. And what they did that I did not like was, they said this project was edited in Lagos by a Lagos editor.
And they never gave it an appropriate credit.
Yes.
With your name on it.
No, my name was on it.
We could sue, man.
Yes, you understand. So
that's a joke, man.
So it pained me to my bones, because as at then I was carrying Port Harcourt in my head. I still carry Port Harcourt on my head till now, right? So give Port Harcourt that kudos.
The credit,
Give Port Harcourt that kudos. That film was done in Port Harcourt.
I guess the guy, sorry for cutting in, I think maybe he was just trying to make the movie more sellable. When it comes to like the Lagos name and the terrain, when you think a project is emanating from Lagos, people will give more attention and all that. But it's really wrong.
He didn't need that, because he had John Dems on it. John Dems already was a sellable name that could sell that project anyway, right? But going out to tell people that yes, it was done by an editor in Lagos, and all that, I felt very terrible.
But you are actually a national editor. You are no longer a Port Harcourt. Are you still wanting? Are you still paying?
For me, yes. Then yes,
you were still in PH.
Yes, there was this. I wouldn't call it a battle, but as at then, a lot of people felt Lagos was
the only
Lagos
place
had every. You understand? So we I had a few people that believe that it's not Lagos.
All right.
It's the individuals,
Okay.
right? The individuals are the same people that make these things happen,
Okay.
not the environment and
Yeah.
not the states,
Yeah.
right? So if I tell you I did this in Port Harcourt, I should be able to confidently carry that particular name anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
That was why I.
But
felt
which is
bad.
generally what crediting is, in the project. For me, I actually think this is actually a suable offense. Truly, in as much as Nigeria, we sweep most of this matter to, under the carpet, I truly think that if one has actually given so much time and effort and his creativity into producing a content, the least you can do is give the appropriate credit, for such a person. But anyways, I think we should move on so we don't dwell in the past. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so generally you were saying that this for you was the most outstanding and memorable
Yes,
production
most
for you.
tasking.
Or most tasking. Okay.
Yes, so I think the memorable one for
Yeah.
me was my friend in the US.
Okay.
He sent me 2 films to edit from the US,
Okay.
right? So there were a lot of back and forth. He went to what's it called, New York Film Academy,
Okay.
and when he wanted to shoot this film, he called me and he was asking me that the DP was asking me about shots, how to use this camera because he had not used that camera before and all
Okay.
that. And I still felt some type of way, like a white guy. You understand? So
What do you mean a white guy? Of course. He still learns, of course.
yeah, so it gave me that little ego, like, okay,
Yeah.
at least people understand my craft. People
Yeah.
understand that, yes. He said, the guy said he had checked most of my projects, you understand, unknowingly to me, and he saw that, yes, this guy knew his onions.
Yeah.
You understand? So after the whole project, they sent the whole stuff back to me. And when I went through the footages, and I told the director to tell him that, yes, your footages were okay.
Okay.
The director said, if you see the way this guy happy,
He was excited.
yes, it was. In my mind, I'm like, what is happening? These are the regular things we get around
That
here.
you're taking for granted. That.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's aside. When he wanted to send the film back, there was a lady that produced and directed EJ. She's a popular person. EJ was a very big film that had Omotola and Genevieve in it.
Okay.
Right? She said, Martins, you did a film in the US. And you're sending it back to Nigeria. Are you going forward or you're going backward? So that word was like a major challenge
Yeah.
for me. I said, wow.
Was a blow.
So what Martins told her was, this person that I'm sending this project to in Nigeria is not supposed to be in Nigeria. That was his reply.
Wow.
Right? So when we finished the project, Martins took the film to the lady to watch. So the lady now asked Martins, like, you guys did this whole thing that I'm seeing without you Martins being present? Martin said yes. The lady now says, wow. See, now I see the reason why you send this thing back to Nigeria. You understand? So I'm saying this thing because people have to understand that in life, there are hurdles. You understand? If I was maybe way younger, I would have told Martins, I don't think I can handle this project, you understand?
Yeah.
Because of that particular word, right? But for me, it was like a moral booster.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
You
I
should
told,
boost your-
yes.
To really show that you got this one going.
Exactly.
You can make it happen.
And we, at the end of the day, people watched the movie and everybody was excited. Remember, I'm like, do these people know this thing was done in Nigeria and all that? You understand? So that was like one of like the most memorable time in.
And it's exciting to hear such news.
Let me even shock you.
Yeah, shock
right?
us more.
Some days back,
Yeah.
Martins reached out to me and they are doing another film with that same guy.
Wow.
The guy still called me because they are using like the Alexa Mini
Okay.
right now.
And you're going to be on the project again.
I'm still going to be on the project.
Then what are we talking about?
understand?
So please, I'm expecting some dollars, man. Now that dollars is a thing.
Really?
All right, we're happy for you there, but well,
Thank
that's
you.
that's such an incredible story to tell because you know, as it is in life generally, when you get to a point where people truly don't see a value, or maybe because of a location, like you say.
Yeah.
But gone are the days. If anyone is still in that space that you're still thinking creatives in Nigeria like they're just like mediocre kind of people, you know, you actually have your game wrong there because we have top Nigerian producers, and of course you can hear it from Cleroy, the boss here.
Yeah.
He's been doing amazing things in Hollywood. It's not just in Nollywood. So we're happy. Yeah. So they should know that. All right. So let's move on. It is really exciting news here that we're getting to hear and share with you. So we understand that filmmaking and cinematography generally is an art and also a business at the same time.
Definitely.
So how do you balance the both? Because of course, as creative, we can get occupied so much in this space of we love to create.
Yeah.
So at what point do you strike a balance between, oh, I love to create, but I also want to do some business with this?
Okay, so first off, there comes a time where you have to understand that you have bills to pay,
Yep.
right? Now,
No capping.
yes, now your friends might not be your clients,
Yeah.
because those are the people that always want discounts, cut down, please help me and all that. You understand? So you have to look past your friends. Go and look for people that value what your time means to them.
Yeah.
So if you are to tell somebody that I'm shooting this in for 5 hours, they understand what 1 hour of your time means.
Of course.
If you're shooting for 5 days, they understand what 5 days of your time means. So those are the kind of people you have to now start putting into consideration. Not like you're going to throw your friends away.
Yeah.
They're going to be there, but they understand that when you're occupied with these other people, they know that, oh, he's doing a job that the client paid him
Of course.
for. So
And he doesn't have the
obviously,
time.
yes, I cannot leave what the client paid for to come and do yours.
Yeah.
Right? So when I have maybe little time for them,
Yeah.
I might do their project.
Okay.
You understand? So that was how I was able to strike that balance.
Balance.
No offense. If you call me today, you already see it. I can even do a video call. I'm busy. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, no, I'm not going to do it.
Of course, also put into consideration friends and family discount, like we call it.
Exactly.
Of course, every business person do have that aspect
Yes,
going.
but there are some discounts that I still cannot give to you now.
Of course, but it is a fact. Definitely, you can't go beyond a particular threshold because this is what you can't charge below.
Yes, because
Okay.
over time, I've come to understand that the clients that pay less, they bring in more stress.
Okay, I want you to say that again because I'm sure people watching you there would actually,
Yeah.
because we've actually experienced this over and over and over.
That's the truth. The
Yeah.
clients that pay less, those ones that struggle to pay you,
I beg.
yes, those
Help
are
us.
the people that will give you the highest level of stress.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, but it's actually the fact.
Yeah.
It's actually the fact.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So just in case you don't know, we're still here with Cleroy the Boss. He's actually an amazing filmmaker. You know, he's been doing loads of incredible things in the industry already. He has numerous projects to his name and to his credit, ranging from music videos to documentaries to films. This guy is bad, truly, all right? So I have been talking to him general about creativity around what he's been doing as a filmmaker, as a film director, as a producer, and all the boboya, like we'll say in Nigeria, right?
No, man.
So pardon my word there. All right, so if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you just have to do it
Now.
right now, all right?
Do it
So
now.
because this is a show that, you know, I definitely know draw appeals to you. And if you're an entertainer out there, you are a creative person, you're a videographer, cinematographer, musician, record producer, anything you're doing creatively, also leave us a comment and tell us what you want to see on the show, what you think we could do better to further improve the show. And if you also have a favorite celebrity or creative person that you would want us to feature on the show, kindly do just comment, and you never know, truly.
Yes,
Okay,
you
so
never know.
yeah, CDB,
Yeah.
let's continue this particular conversation because I am really excited because we're actually hitting the nail on the head, really, where it's supposed to be, and most people are actually relating with that. So in the field of cinematography and filmmaking, we understand generally there are lots of technology that's emerging, that's taking over the field. And we know that you're already incorporating most of this into your skills and your production.
Yeah.
Do you want to share most of them, and
The only major thing I could mention right now is just the AI.
okay?
Understand? So most of my scripts are being created by AI,
Okay.
right? But
And it makes the work easier or harder?
yes, not like it makes it easier, but
Okay.
you still have to be learning. Like
Sure.
the regular person can just go to AI and say, "Give me a script on how people sing."
Okay.
That's you being on a basic level,
Yeah.
right? But a professional will write scripts that will streamline, because the more your script,
And
the more you
specific.
get, the more
Yeah.
you get better answers.
True.
Like a professional can say,
True.
"Give me a song,
All right.
right, that ranges from this pitch to this pitch. that is this to this length long.
Detailed.
Yes, you understand? So
Yeah.
now, the answers you're going to get from such scripts, such prompts, are way different from what a regular person is going to get. So that's why they say, yes, school self no be scam. You understand? Because you should be learned enough to know how to use most of these technologies. Then aside from that, there are a lot of things you can still use your AI to do whilst editing.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah,
Like the old
definitely.
generative feel. Right now, I saw a video today that Adobe was working on it before, but I think they've released it. It's in Adobe Premiere Pro, but you have to use a paid license, right?
Okay.
Somebody can be putting on a tie right now. A video, you can select that tie and change the color.
Of course.
You can change it to a different.
You can even take it out.
Yes, you can
with the
take it out.
prompts. Yeah.
Yes. So somebody can be wearing a wristwatch. You can just mask that area, and automatically Premiere Pro is going to help you track. So even if the person is moving his hand in seconds, you're going to understand. So those are the things that we all have to embrace.
Anyways, before we dwell on this, let's move on to the quick game segment, okay? It's called the quick fire game segment, where in 60 seconds, you are going to attempt to answer as many questions as possible, all right? So it's a game. Let's loosen things up a bit.
Okay.
We're talking about deep things, creativity. Let's play a game. The only rule here is, if there's any question that you can't find an immediate answer to, or you are not very comfortable with the question,
I'll skip.
just say pass. All right? Okay. That's the only time we can.
But I'll try to attempt all questions.
No, you should attempt because they are really not much. I think we have like how many questions? 16 questions here, right? Okay. Yeah, just 16 questions. So, timekeeper, you ready? Okay, Claro, you ready?
Yes, I am.
So, if you could direct a film about any historical Nigerian figure, who would it be?
Chino Achebe.
Okay. What's the most daring thing you've done to get a perfect shot while you're shooting?
I've had to shoot inside the river.
Ooh, okay. In 3 words, how do you handle creative differences on set?
As a director, you have to understand what psychology means. So you should be able to know how to talk to people.
Okay.
That's the matter.
Nice. Who's the most fascinating person you've met in the film industry?
Stella Damascus.
Okay. What's the most breathtaking location you've ever shot at? That's
Obudukatu Ranch.
Say that again.
Obudukatu Ranch.
Oh, nice. If you could work with any director in the world, who would it be?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, nice. What piece of equipment could you never live without on set?
My camera.
Okay, I thought as much. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received about filmmaking?
I think you have this. Go on with it.
All right. Okay. So if your life were a movie, our time is up. Oh no, our time is up. But amazingly, you've been able to answer as many questions that we can see on the screen here. So that's not bad. All right. Okay. So guys, we're still here with Kelvin Silver, CDB, the guy. Whenever you watch any music video, you see Filled by CDB. This is the guy we have on the hot seat today, and we've been speaking about some incredible things he's been doing in the industry, and he's been shedding light and some experiences, which of course, if you're creative out there, you should be grabbing some words of wisdom that is dropping on the set. All right, CDB, so let's move on. You mentioned most of this big project that you've been involved with, any dream collaboration that you're truly hoping is going to happen anytime soon?
Okay, so it might not be anytime soon, right?
Okay.
I already have a dream, because they say if your dream and visions are not bigger than you, then they are not really dreams.
They are not dreams.
You understand? So my dream and vision is one day you'll be watching a movie, you will see Universal Pictures.
I like the excitement on your face.
Yeah,
how you're saying it.
that's because I'm working towards it. And they always say fall forward, right? So if you're falling, fall forward, fall towards your goals, right? Yes. So that's what I want. One day you might be watching a Universal Studio production and you see my name there. Yeah. Maybe the director or anything.
CDB is there.
That's exactly what I'm working towards.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, like we say on the show, if you can dream it, you can achieve it.
Definitely.
And it's okay, that's amazing. So Universal Picture, you have a producer and a director here. It's coming.
Yeah, I'm coming.
It's coming. You
might not be now.
It might not be.
But it's coming.
You never know. Just like you're saying, you're dreaming. A dream definitely do come true. So,
definitely.
Yeah. Amazing. So any upcoming project that your fans should definitely be looking forward to,
Yes, I have a lot of projects this year.
Okay.
I told myself and my team that I was going to do 7 to 10 films this year because I had left doing movies for a while.
Okay.
Right? So I'm pursuing that. I already did 2 short films.
Okay.
I'm going to send to festivals. And next month, I have 2 feature films I'm going to be filming.
Wow.
After that,
Any names? You mind mentioning names, or the names are not out yet?
the names are not out yet. After the 2 projects, I have another cinema project coming next month, or let's say roughly around July. So I'm still working towards it. Then
Okay.
along the line, I still have some projects that have to be the DP
Wow.
and a whole lot. So
Okay.
this is just July.
Yeah.
Who knows what December is going to hold?
You're doing
for
a
us.
lot already. You're cashing out, and I see the chicks. That's why the chicks are like,
Yeah. I'm trying. These
Yeah,
chicks come from
making money.
plenty rest.
and some money, you know, some chocolate money.
So money comes to when you have peace of mind.
Of course,
right?
of
So-
course. You can have all the money in the world, and you don't have peace of mind.
Yeah.
You
So the
just-
peace of mind is what gives you that.
True that.
Yes.
Well, we've gotten to the part where I hate the most, which is we're almost at the end of the show. But before we let you go, you know, interestingly, we would want to hear some advice. Of course, there are like up and coming filmmakers out there, or people aspiring to be filmmakers. Of course, in your space, you've gotten some level of experience with this number of years you've put into your craft.
Yes.
So what would be that particular advice if one is to seek for one from you?
Okay. Like I always tell the young ones, right? If they ask me what was my regret is going to be not starting earlier than when I started. You understand? So the young ones right now, you guys have a whole lot. You know, you can just open YouTube, you can get information. So you use that as an avenue to fuel whatever you're doing. And don't be in a hurry. I always tell people, learn the craft first, then the money is going to come later. Don't always put money
Money
in
first.
front, because that's the problem we always have.
It's been amazing having you on the show.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much. Whenever we have another big project, truly, we're sure, and we're here to announce it. We're sure you're going to let us know about that.
Yes, definitely. I will.
All right, guys. So I've been here with an incredible and super talented, renowned filmmaker. He's a colorist, a cinematographer, a video director, and he does a lot of incredible things in the industry. And it's been amazing speaking with him on the show today. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly do so. Do subscribe to the channel, and do leave us a comment and tell us, you know, what you would expect to see on the show next. And if you particularly have a creative person out there, do leave a comment below, and, you know, hit that notification bell as well, so whenever we share content, you'll be the first to know. All right, guys, your main man here, Jay Danny. It's been amazing presenting. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.